Hello my sweet potatoes, it's Michelle back with another video. Today I wanted to show you what is on my iPhone, and I have the iPhone 6S. This phone is actually a replacement to my iPhone 5S, which I had previously because I water damaged that, and that was also a replacement to my iPhone 4S because that also got water damaged. Hopefully I don't water damage this one. I don't know if you guys like watching these kinds of videos. I like it because it's cool to see how people organize all of their apps, what apps they use, and what are their like go-to apps. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome! I'm a new YouTuber from Hawaii, and it would mean a lot if you could hit that subscribe button right down below. And if you are already subscribed, make sure that you turn on my notifications so you know whenever I upload. Check out my other videos after you finish watching this one. I also got some new lighting today so that I can film during the night and I don't have to rely solely on daylight and sunlight, because that's what I was doing before. So let me know what you guys think of the lighting. And let's get started with the tour. Alright, so I'm going to scooch on a little bit on the left here. I'm going to put an image of my phone here so that you can follow. Wow, I just dropped my phone. I'm going to put a screen capture of all the things I'm doing on my phone so that you can follow along. So, this is my lock screen image. It's just of succulents. I just really liked the colors, and I am really into plants, specifically like succulents and air plants. So I just decided to make this my lock screen. I found it on Pinterest. So you unlock my phone. And this is my home screen image. I also found this on Pinterest. It's just of the ocean, and I like it because you can see the sun shining through at the top, and the water is like a different color. It goes from an orange to a blue, and I really like that. So my lock screen and home screen images totally describe me because I love plants and I love the ocean. I have all of my apps on one page, all in different folders, because I don't like to scroll through like tons of pages to find all of the apps that I want to use. I like to have it all on the front page so that I can see all of them and then quickly tap through whatever folders that I need. First, in the top left corner is AccuWeather. That's the app that I like to use to check the weather because I don't like the app that comes with your iPhone. I think it's just the normal weather app. And then next to that I have the App Store. I have a lot of apps that I need to update because I don't turn on the automatic update or anything, but I'm very bad at updating them, so they just tend to pile up, and now I have 76 apps that I need to update. I'll do that later. So next to the App Store is my calendar. I use this calendar all the time. Anytime I have like assignments due, I have all of my class times on here, I have all of my homework assignments on here, I have anything that I need to do that I have scheduled, like meetings or anything. I like it because it also syncs to the calendar on my MacBook Pro. Today I have a meeting later at 6:30 p.m. that I need to go to, so you can pretty much see that I have something to do on every single day. This is pretty much my life. I'm pretty sure I would forget to do literally everything if I didn't have this calendar app. Next to the calendar is the clock, and I just like to have the clock there because I like knowing what second it is. On the next row I have the bus app because I take the bus to and from school pretty much every day. I don't like driving to school because it just wastes a lot of gas, so I use this app to check all of the bus times, when the bus is gonna get to my stop. Next to that is my mail app, and I'm so sorry if this bothers you, but yes, I have 1,700 unread emails, over 1,700. Next to that I have Google Maps because I prefer to use Google Maps over the Maps app that comes with your iPhone, because Google Maps tells you which lane to be in, and I don't think Maps does that, and that's something that is so important to me. The app next to that is called Headspace. It is a guided meditation app. I've only used it once, to be completely honest. So you're supposed to just like put on some earphones and follow along with the audio and just like meditate for like 10 minutes a day, and it's supposed to help you like relieve stress. I told myself that I would do this more often because I get very stressed very easily. I think it's a pretty cool app. I did it once and it was very relaxing and very calming, so you know, I guess you can try it out for yourself and let me know how you like it. On the third row is my notes app. I use notes so much whenever I have like some idea. I write it down in my notes. If I think of something creative, I need some place to write it down, so I go straight to the notes app. It's so handy. I use it pretty much every single day. I make lists on there as well, like grocery shopping lists and things. I never write anything out handwritten anymore. Everything is pretty much on my phone electronically. Next up is my reminders, and I also use reminders daily. I use my calendar for like bigger events that are happening that I need to make sure that I attend or something like that, but I use reminders for like smaller tasks. Maybe I need to print something, so I'll remind myself to print that, or if I need to like edit something for my homework, I'll make a reminder to do that a little later. And it's also super convenient because you can just use Siri for that. You're just like, Siri, make a reminder to do this at this time, and then she'll set the reminder, and it's so easy. This is also how I stay organized throughout my life, because there's a lot of things going on and there's a lot of things that I would not be able to keep track of if I didn't have all these apps to help me. So the main apps that I use to stay organized are the calendar, notes, and reminders. Next up is photos. Yeah, I take photos on my iPhone all the time. If I'm not using my camera, I'm using my iPhone. Next up is the settings. Boring, everyone knows settings. And then we go into all of my folders. So I have 8, 9, 10 folders. So let's go through each one of them. So first I have my school folder. This is all of the apps that I use for school. So the first is the UHM shuttle. I go to UH Manoa and we have a shuttle system. It just tells you when the shuttle is going to arrive at your stop. It's pretty handy if you're trying to go from one end of the campus all the way to the other side. Next we have iBooks, and I used to use this all the time, especially in my Japanese literature class. We had a lot of readings and they were all in like PDF formats, so I would upload them straight to iBooks so that it's easier for me to read. So I have all of them here, as you can see. Then we have Evernote. This is my favorite note-taking app. I've been using Evernote for pretty much my entire college career, and it's been perfect for me, so I just keep using it. Next up is Google Translate. I took some Japanese language classes the past few years. When I was taking the language classes, I had to translate so much stuff, so Google Translate saved my butt. So did the next app, Imiwa. It's basically just a Japanese English online dictionary, and it was so handy as well, because sometimes Google Translate doesn't like translate the words correctly, so that's why I use Imiwa, because it's a lot more accurate. So if any of you are looking for a good Japanese English online dictionary, I definitely recommend Imiwa. Next I have the regular dictionary app, because sometimes you just need to look up some words. Then I also have my Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. I use all of those all the time. So that's my school folder. Next is my utilities folder. I don't know why it's called utilities. This is just like apps that I needed a place to put them. So I have my Starbucks app, then I have Fandango because my boyfriend and I go to the movies all the time, so I use Fandango to check all of the show times. Then I use Waze. Waze is also another good app. It's basically just another navigation app, but I like Waze because it's pretty much a community of all these other users. If there's construction on this road, then they'll input that, or if there's like a police on the side of the road somewhere, they'll say, oh, police ahead. It's also good because sometimes like you're in traffic and you're like, why is there so much traffic? So I usually just go on Waze to see like if there's an accident, if there's like road work or something. Next up I have Shazam. You use this when you hear a song that you don't know the name of or the artist or anything, and you just like go to Shazam, you press the button in the middle and it listens and it'll tell you the song title and the artist. I use it all the time on the radio when a new song comes on and I don't know what it is yet. Then I have Gas Buddy, which is also really convenient because it searches in your area to find the lowest gas price. Next I have Capture, which is the GoPro app. Next up is Etsy, because I did buy a few things on Etsy like over Christmas time, so I just wanted the app to make it easier for me to check on my orders. Next I have Real Talk, which shows you people, real people, and these people talk about their careers. So if you have a career in mind or some job that you want to do but you want to learn a little bit more about it, you can search for it here. Next up, I have my Amazon app, which I also pretty much just use to keep track of my orders. Next page we have eBay, same thing as Amazon. Geocaching, it's pretty much just like a scavenger hunt app. Next up is star charts. I don't know, it's fun to just like look and see where all of the stars are right now. Next up I have stocks, and I used it once when Kyle and I went to Maui last summer. Next up we have my social folder. So this contains all of my social apps, so Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Messenger, Twitter. Here's a quick view of what my Instagram looks like. If you want, you can go ahead and follow me at Misharu. I'm planning to do another video about how I edit my Instagram photos, so let me know if you guys would like to see that in the comments below. I post super often, so make sure you're following me on there. You can also follow me on Snapchat. You can go ahead and take a photo of my little icon here, and you can go ahead and add me and we can be Snap buddies. But I don't really use Snapchat that much anymore. I'm usually posting to my Instagram story, so make sure that you're following me on Instagram. Shameless self-promo. Slack, this is what we use to communicate for my club. Then I have LinkedIn, Yelp, Mercury or Mercari, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Vinted, and Poshmark. So Mercury, Vinted, and Poshmark are 3 apps that you can use to buy or sell clothes. Then I have Tumblr, Students, LinkedIn, I have the Followers Plus app. Then I have Pinterest, Depop. Oh, Depop is another app where you can sell and buy clothes. Next we have Snow, which is, it's pretty much like Snapchat in that it has face filters, but these are way cuter on Snow. And then the last app that I have in my social folder is Reddit. Next up is my photography folder. First is VSCO Cam. This is the main app that I use to get all of the filters on my photos. Next up is PixArt, which is another really good, really powerful photo editing app. You can do so much on this one app. Then I have Photoshop Express. I only use it for one feature, which is to reduce noise in a photo. Then I have Fonto, which is good if you want to add text to your photos. Afterlight, I don't use this as much anymore. Then I have Whiteogram, which adds white borders to your non-square photos. PicLab, I don't know why I have this. I think it has good fonts, and that's why I downloaded it, but I don't even use it. Then I have Google Photos. I set my phone and my laptop to automatically download all of the photos that I take onto Google Photos so that I can clear space on my actual phone. So I store all of my photos on Google Photos. Or Unum, I don't know how to pronounce it. So it pretty much just like pulls your Instagram, and you can like add in photos to see how it will look with the rest of your theme. This is an alright app. I don't recommend it. If you want to do that, I would definitely recommend Later instead, because this is pretty much an app where you can schedule photos. So you can see that I had scheduled some photos, and you can tap this top left icon and you can see an Instagram preview. So it would show you what the photos would look like with the rest of your theme, and it would move down all the photos so that it would be more realistic. I have Tiny Planets. It's not really useful in any way, so I'm not going to explain it. Square Ready, which is the same as Whiteogram. Square Ready V, which is for videos. Layout, this is the Instagram layout to make like collages and things. Blur Effect, Rotate and Flip was what I used to rotate videos, and then I just talked about Later. So that is my photography folder. Next up we have Health and Fitness. First is EpiTracker. I use this because I was on a medication called Epiduo. This pretty much helped me keep track of my acne progress. As you can see through all of these photos, my acne started really bad, as you can see in this photo, but it's gotten a lot better. This was like 2 years ago, so 2 years later, here I am. So yeah, it was just a really good app to help me keep track of my acne progress, because I did suffer with acne. I still suffer with acne. I'm planning to do an acne video soon, so let me know in the comments if you would be interested in that. Next up is an app called Runkeeper, which I use to keep track of my runs. It tells you like how fast your mile is, tells you how long you've been running, and it even shows you like where you ran. Next is Interval Timer, which is basically a timer for like when you're doing like sets and reps and things like that. Sleep Cycle. MC, which stands for My Cycle. It pretty much just keeps track of your menstrual cycle. your menstrual cycle, but it deleted all of the info that I had on there. So I got mad and I downloaded another app, Life, which is in the bottom left corner. So I've been using Life instead of MC. I can probably delete MC, to be honest. But then the last app that I have is Poo Keeper. Clearly I'm not going to show you anything for that, but yeah. Next up we have my money folder, or the little emoji with the money tongue sticking out. And this is just like all the banking stuff that I use with like my bank and credit card. Next folder is the one with the Apple symbol, and these are all of the apps that came with your Apple iPhone. I don't want to like delete any of these because I'm like, oh, maybe I might use it someday, so I just put it all in this folder. So yeah, it's just all of these apps that I like don't even use. Next we have games, which I also don't really use any of these. I just have it just in case I'm like bored out of my mind and like need something to do and I like can't use Wi-Fi or something, then I'll go to my games. After that we have my YouTube folder, pretty much just the YouTube app, Studio. Since I'm a creator, it really helps to see like your analytics. And finally I have AdSense, which is whatever YouTuber uses to get paid for their videos. The last folder that I have is my Save Money app, and this is an app filled with different apps. And this is a folder filled with different apps to like help me save money. I use my CVS app because I go to CVS all the time. I have an account and like I get deals, like coupons and things. Same thing with like Target, Walmart, and like fuel rewards, 5 stars. Ibotta is good if you want to get some money back from like your grocery shopping receipts. Depending on what you buy, you can get some money back for buying certain items. That's for Ibotta, Checkout 51, and Receipt Hog. And then the last app that I have is Canva. This is an app that's super handy and super useful to like help you create really nice like posters or like flyers. I use this a lot because I have to do that for my club, so this is the app that I love to use. It's also a website, so you can use it simultaneously. It's really awesome and I love it. And then at the bottom I have my phone, my messages, Google Play Music. I used to use Spotify, but I decided to switch over to Google Play Music because you can also use YouTube Red with it. Google Play Music has all of the same songs as Spotify, so it's like, why not? And then finally Safari. Alright, so that is all for my what is on my phone video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I need some water. My throat is so dry from all of that talking. Let me know in the comments how you organize all of your apps. I know some people think that all of my folders are crazy, but I know where everything is, so it's perfect for me. And yeah, check out my social medias, check out my other YouTube videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! And I also don't have an app here because I like to keep the assistive touch right in this little corner. So I use it pretty much only to take screenshots because it's easier than pressing the home button and the lock button at the same time. And I also tend to use it to lock my screen and go to the multitasking if I don't want to like double tap the home button because I'm a lazy